There were a people whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala referred to as sami'na wa ata'na. Correct? And these were the Sahaba of Ar-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They were a people who listened, they heard, and then they did what? They obeyed. They acted and they listened. Whatever Allah said, they did it. Whatever Ar-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam commanded, they enacted it immediately. They didn't need to get a fiqh council and 30 shayukh. They give them 50 fatwas and try to get their way around it and out of it like we do. They just did it. That is one end of the scale. That's the purest end of the scale. On the completely other end of the scale, we have a people whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to as what? Sami'na wa asa'na. They listened to Allah and then they just blatantly disobeyed Him. And we know this is Bani Israel in its purest aspect. They listened to Allah and they would just do something else. Allah would tell them to do something, they would do a completely different thing. Or Allah would tell them to do something and then they would question Him so much to get out of it. And they would do it barely with a small heart. Or Allah would tell them to do something and they would just say whatever. And this was the other end of the scale. So you have two ends now. People who were at the purest end of good and the people who were on the purest end of evil. Now the fortunate thing for this ummah and the unfortunate thing for this ummah is that we aren't on either side. We're not on either side. We don't listen and obey, and most of us, and I group us as a whole, we don't listen and blatantly disobey Allah. We are, I like to coin the term, sami'na, we listen, wa khalas. We hear Allah, and that's it. Allah tells us to do something, and we do nothing. Allah commands, and we say, mashallah. Ar-Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam commands us, and we say, subhanallah. This is and I'm putting us all together. We just have to admit our faults. That this is our problem. If we hear a good lecture, what do? We say, mashallah, what a beautiful lecture. We'll go outside of the masjid and talk, oh, jazakallahu khair ya akhi, what a beautiful lecture. A brother come and ask you a couple of days from now or a week from now, brother, what was the lecture about last week? Well, I don't know, akhi, but it was really good. You can go see it on YouTube. This is our thought process. It does not provoke us anymore. We hear the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being recited to us, and our greatest response is, mashallah, what a beautiful recitation. And I know this because I've done this study in many places in the world. I've done it over and over again. For 1 year, myself and another brother, we did a study. Every time I would do a lecture, I would say, I want to do a little sociological study. Just a little sociological survey. I said, I want to play for you something, and I want you to write down on a piece of paper the first thing that comes to your mind. What do you think I would play? I would play the recitation of Surah Al-Waqiyah. And 99% of the time, I would get a beautiful recitation. Ya Allah. Are you serious? That's all you get from Surah Al-Waqiyah is a beautiful recitation. This is a surah that should keep you up at night with nightmares. This is a surah that should shake you to the very depths of your soul. And all we can do is smile. This is the problem now, is that the Quran does not provoke us anymore. The words of Ar-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sit on shelves. They sit on shelves and we might repeat a few of them after Fajr or after Isha or here a few places or there a few places. And that's it.